Good morning, everyone. We're just coming on live here today doing a baking demo, and we're making some chocolate donuts. So this morning I am here with my cousin Emily and Avery, her sister, and we're gonna make some delicious treats this morning. So Pampered Chef has an amazing donut pan. I've come on live in some virtual parties making some donuts before, but this is the first time on my business page that I'm showing this recipe off. So this recipe is very similar to the double chocolate donut that some might get at Tim Hortons. So it's quite tasty and awesome. So the blue is nice in color and it goes well with the loaf pan that we have, as well as a couple of other pans that we have as well. So we're going to get this started here now. So our recipe is on actually a cocoa powder little thing. So if we're looking in this direction, that's why. Okay, so Avery, if you want to grab that small batter bowl, that one there, yep, and then bring it over here. And you're going to mix together, and I've pre-measured everything, so it's ready to go. So if you want to stir together the flour, and that's in the 3-cup prep bowl. Perfect. And then if you want to put together the baking powder and salt, so that's in that small 1-cup prep bowl, I put it together. Okay. And you're going to take the whisk and you're going to whisk it up here. Make sure it's all mixed. So the texture of the donuts will be kind of like brownies, which is good because Emily doesn't really like donuts. So it's going to taste more like a brownie. So that's going to be great. So then if you want to come up here. So the next step is to have melted butter, and we're going to stir in the cocoa powder. So we're just going to put this off to the side. And we're going to bring in, so this is the large batter bowl. It does come with a lid. Primarily, of course, you can use it for mixing batters. Here at my house, we use it a lot for leftovers. If there's any type of food that is left over from supper, it gets put in the fridge with the lid, and then it stays airtight and safe so that you can eat it the next day or whatever. So right now, we have a garden salad because we have a garden. So our other batter bowl is in the fridge, saving that. The leftovers there. Okay, so the cocoa powder is in the silicone prep bowl there. So if you want to just add that to this bowl. Perfect. That's awesome. Thank you. And then maybe use this spatula and then stir the cocoa powder until it's all mixed together, please. Awesome. Get that all mixed up. Awesome. Okay, so now, Avery, if you want to blend in the sugar, so that is also in the silicone prep bowl, the 3-cup one, if you want to add that to it. And then Emily, if you want to grab the eggs, which is also in another little prep bowl there. So there's 4 eggs in this that's whisked up, and then you can put that in as well, and Avery can stir while you're pouring it in. Perfect. Thank you. And then Emily, in that prep bowl right there, there's some vanilla extract, and then just dump that in, and Avery will stir that in. Here we go.
Don't spill it.
Well,
oh gosh.
I'll grab you a wooden spoon, Avery. It might be easier to mix together. There you go. You can just put the spatula in here. That's good. There. That will be easier to mix.
Yeah.
And some people actually make batter bowl cakes with the batter bowls. They are oven safe, I believe, up to 350 degrees. So there's a lot of people who make Barbie or princess cakes where they use the bottom of the batter bowl to act as a dress. So it's great for little girls' birthdays. I know I had one of those cakes when I was younger.
I had a Cinderella one.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
grandma made it.
Okay. So that's all mixed up. So now we are going to add the dry ingredients to this. So we're going to take that. If you want to do, so just do a little bit at a time. So just go like this, Em. So do that,
You do all mix.
and then you mix it, okay?
Yep.
And then we'll add more, just that the dry ingredients don't fly everywhere. Perfect. Yeah, make sure all the white stuff gets mixed in there. Okay, I'll add some more. Okay, there you go, mix that all up. So once these go in the oven at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes, because it's more of a dense type of batter, it takes a little longer. And then once it's done, they can cool. And then of course you can top them however you like. When you make donuts, you can glaze them, put powders on them, or anything like that. Today we're just going to put some chocolate chips before they bake and then put them right in the oven. And then I have my amazing little powdered sugar shaker that I have from Pampered Chef, filled with powdered sugar, and then we'll just coat them with some powdered sugar. That way they're not too sweet. There's lots of great recipes as well for this brownie pan to make homemade bagels in here, as well as a healthy alternative to donuts. If you're using black beans, or some people are using sweet potatoes to make donuts. So there's lots of healthy alternatives to make in these pans for healthy eating as well. So once Emily gets all this mixture mixed up, all the dry ingredients mixed with the liquid ingredients, we're going to put it in the one of the piping bags that we have at Pampered Chef here. And we're going to use the piping bag to pipe into the donut pan. So there's lots of different shapes that come with the kit for the piping bags. It comes with 2 silicone bags, so they're easy to wash, can go in the dishwasher. And then there's lots of different nozzles. Yep, that's good, thanks, Em. There's lots of different nozzles as well that it comes with. And then there's one also for writing. And then if you had any type of muffin or cake that has filling in it and you want to put in cream, there's one that goes into the cake or cupcake as well. Okay, so girls, we're going to put this in here. So we're going to use the small spatula. And we're going to take a little bit. We're going to try to push down the batter as far as we can into the piping bag. Without making so much of a mess.
Just push it down more.
I know. I have to raise some of it up because it's not sitting flat on the... Okay, Avery, if you want to hold this up. There, perfect. That will probably work better for me. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then we have the Twix-It clips that will keep the batter in here. Emily, do you want to grab a piece of paper towel, please?
Yep.
It's just under the sink there. clean up. That's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that was a mess.
Please lick your hands after.
You want to lick your hands after everyone?
No, because raw egg. So?
Okay. Almost got all the batter.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit left in here. Okay, so Eve, keep holding that, please, and I'll wipe the outside of this. Okay, so I'm going to push. Oh, there's some right there, isn't there?
Yep.
Okay, so while you're holding it here,
Okay.
I'm going to push it down, okay?
Okay.
And get all the air as much out as I can. And then if you want to hold this right there, actually, hold on. Okay, so we're going to take the Twix-It clips, and then we're going to clip it up top, and then that's how we're going to be able to put the batter in. So we got to get it as tight as possible. Some might come out of the top a little bit, because I filled this a little too much. So there we go, it's all filled. So when you're doing any type of icing, say on cupcakes, this is what you're gonna do. So Emily wants to do this, but I'm gonna do just one to give her a little show of what to do here.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
So I lightly spritzed my pan with a little bit of olive oil, just so that it doesn't stick. And we're gonna test out to see. I'm using a different nozzle. Usually I just use just a circular one, but I'm using kind of a star shaped. So we're gonna see how this turns out here. Okay, so I need to put that down. Perfect. Okay, so Emily, when you do it, try not to give too much pressure up here so that the stuff doesn't come out, and just push down kind of, okay, into the rings. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. And then just
Still-
lift it
there
up.
we
Yeah.
go.
And then go on to the next one. Ooh. You might need to
You
give more
do it.
pressure up here.
You
want me
do
to
that.
it? Okay. Avery, do you want to try?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so that one's going to be a little thicker. Okay.
How am I doing?
So the top came off there because we were holding off to the wrong thing. It's okay. Okay.
Your clip.
Okay.
Brianna.
I know it's coming out the top. I filled it too much. So I'm going to quickly do this before it gets everywhere.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay.
Okay, so the rule of thumb is to not fill it all the way, as I did. Because now it's all coming out of my hand. But this is all trial and error, so you know what? You get what you get. When I made this last time, I also had this issue. But I need to not fill the bag so much. Okay, so these actually look pretty good. They're kind of like a rosebud shape. So I just will wipe up the edges, put it in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes, and then they'll bake and they'll be delicious. So we'll come back on and we'll show you guys the end results. Thanks so much for joining.